Good morning, friends. This year will not be the Final Four without a no. One seed is no. 1 Kansas used a strong second half to close a halftime deficit and finally beat no. 10 Miami 76-50 in the Midwest Regional Final on Sunday. The Jayhawks, 32-6, are heading for their 4th final under coach Bill Self, and their first since 2018. Opponents in 2022, just like then, Kansas picked up Villanova at 6:09 p.m. ET Saturday in New Orleans. The Kansas Elite Eight have fought under the shelf, leading 3-5 before Sunday's win. And with Cameron McGusty scoring 14 first-half points, it looks like there was another rough regional final outing for the Jahkos. Miami, 26-10, took a 35-29 halftime advantage by finishing halfway through the 9-2 run before Kansas went ahead 27-26. Kansas didn't waste much time clearing that edge in the second half. Christian Braun's three-pointer, first in the Kansas game, 15-27 breaks 40 all ties with the rest. About 5 minutes later, Ochai Agbaji pushed his three-pointer lead to double digits at 12. Miami never regained that lead. 5 Jayhawks have scored at least 9 points, led by Agbaji, who came out of his recent recession with 18 points in 8 of 12 shooting, and he has added 5 rebounds, 4 assists and 4 steals. McGusty finished with 18 points, led by the Hurricanes. Here are some ways in which Kansas can win Sunday's Midwest Regional Final. Kansas dominated the second half. How did Kansas win the Elite Eight game by the largest margin since 1992? We were defensively locked in the second half, Self said in his post-game interview with CBS. And then some. Jahkos Sweet showed a good defensive effort in the first half of the 16th, holding Providence to 17 points, the lowest number of freelancers in a tournament game. And they were even better against Miami in the second half as Kansas held Miami to just 15 seconds half points and 0.417 points per possession. That's some journey for the Jayhawks this year. After the ESPN Events Invitational, Self explodes his team's defense and says his players lack the killer instinct at that end. But thanks to that killer instinct, and Kansas did better than 59% of its second half shots, it won the second half 47-15. This is definitely a special year for me and my family. On the death of my father, Self said. It was his motto, don't worry about the mule, just load the wagon. And the boys didn't really think about what was going on in the first half, they just played in the second half. The Miami race is over, but a foundation remains. The Hurricanes were great for 3.5 games in this NCAA tournament, beating no. 7 seed USC by 2 points, rather than a 2-point win over no. 2 Auburn and no. 11 Iowa State. Miami then took a 6-point halftime lead against McGinnis's hot hand Jahkos, but in the second half everything went wrong. Kansas put a lid on the basket and Sam Wardenberg quickly got himself into a foul problem, then fouled out, leaving the Hurricanes without a great option to block the Kansas run to rhyme and to boot their best 3-point shooter. The bad news is that at least 2 of Miami's run architects, McGusty and Charlie Moore, have finished their qualifications. Although a senior, Wardenberg could technically take his COVID-19 season next year and decide to return. However, at least for now, it seems likely that all 3 will be out the door. But Miami coach Jim Larnaga may not face a complete rebuild. Isaiah Wong showed star potential, and young guard Bensley Joseph had his moment. Add another year for players like Jordan Miller and Anthony Walker, and according to 247 Sports Composite, Larnaga has a solid foundation before hitting the transfer portal, or before the arrival of the country's 17th recruiting class. Please like and subscribe this videos.